we can absolutely say anything we want about ourselves. We can also think all we want about ourselves on the basis of pride, vanity, ego, arrogance, possession, wealth, riches, and all else that we have gotten or that we have basically inherited from our ancestors, from our grandparents, or that we have made by ourselves. But all that is ultimately and absolutely and unconditionally worthless, transitory, and meaningless, anyways, because it's possession, because it's always going to remain external to us, and it's also superficial, and it's never going to become internal or inward to ourselves or our talent, growth, progress, learning, significance. It's never going to become all that because it's external possession and it can only be used for the satisfaction of our desires, wants, cravings, for more and more pleasure. It's obviously emotional or possessive into our lives, which will fade because everything has an expiration date. And upon the fading and disappearance of that kind of pleasure, the pain, anxiety, torment, tragedy, or whatever we're trying to suppress or escape from returns or will return to ourselves in one way or another. So, appearance is not reality. Reality is absolutely different from appearance because reality is a constitution and combination of all people's perspectives, actions, behaviors, successes, ambitions, and conquests at the same time. And that means reality cannot be absolute, but it's certainly entirely different from our perspective, from our absolute appearance, from our individuality, from our personal achievements, conquests, pride, vanity, ego. Reality is different from all that, but reality certainly is not absolute. Reality cannot be absolute because it encompasses all the people in the particular society or the world, and it amounts to and accounts and considers all their possessions, wealth, riches, purposes, ambitions, achievements as well in one way or another. So it's interdependent, interrelated, interconnected with everyone's lives, their actions, behaviors, accomplishments, and achievements and purposes in one way or another because everyone contributes to the development and application and transformation of reality which we regard and consider as reality happens because of everyone's contributions. Everyone has always had to contribute something or another towards reality, otherwise there could have been no reality at all, which we call and regard as reality, which we all always share in to similar or dissimilar degrees depending upon our possession, wealth, power. We're going to occupy more reality, and if we don't have influence, power, wealth, riches, if we are poor, we're going to occupy less and less of it. We're going to push outside of it. So that's how this differentiation and paradox works in reality. So it's different